Baluka, they give economic development. And this past year, ik bilu ge, salo ge, Croatis, that is the war, EYH to me on Kun Igyago, with the remaining and Kagawish to me is the war, acres that she showed. They get out there, 403,000 Grish deduct dollars of how much LDB money is there at the OST, they carry Huxbook. They can get breakdown, they get economy, some congregate. It's got a total up to deducting 403,000. And it always that's on the correct. You know how cuts that. And how long is they're going to borrow for? The big question is stipulation purposes. Just as one time 500,000 to Head Start. Is it one time, or is that going to be every year? So there's that. What's the justification document that he goes? What's the justification? You can call it a data. Who gave it to Barry over that? Hey, Vice Secretary, correct numbers to that. 193,000. That's related to bullets. There are dollars of song. And trash disposal. Where they give them wastewater. You can call it. And bottle of fuel. And who can a lot of fuel go again? Documentation, there is why we get solve it. Then, you ask for a receipt, make sure that you get that receipt. The huge deal. Why get the cut book good? They get executive branch, also executive branch. We have CD, they always take it out. So that's something that you have to watch. So no language could have a lot.
One more question. House Peak allocated Brandon and Shay still 1.8 million. And quickly from our natural resources, but good and used to Kogo State by law. And nobody spoke a hush state you got. And they didn't bring that information over to us to appropriate that funds and make Brandon Shay spoke. He knew about it 4 or 5 months ago. That's breaking the law. That's breaking the law everywhere.
To give, unless it's budget cadet, fiscal year budget cadet, the cut was that bonus money already included in there. But if it was already included, it doesn't have to bring it here. And so of course, question made, so if it wasn't in there, he has to bring it in here according to Fiscal Management Act. Anything over 400,000, any new revenue has to come in and be approved for amendment to the fiscal year budget. Go out by, keep up Chihuahua much,
Thank you, Mr. Rick. I think I'm just going to mention a little bit on that LBB proposal, the meeting we had. Chairman, he requested a special session for the LBB, and it went to Finance Committee meeting, and without a committee recommendation, we couldn't grant a special session request until we got a recommendation from committee. And his four items were, like I said, seniors, Head Start, trash, and summer youth. And we counter proposal based on some of those questions that we eliminated Head Start. So it's burial and seniors are important right now. Burial and seniors back pay out. They got 2 months unpaid, and August is coming up, so we threw another month in there because of August is right around the corner. And so we get seniors and then back pay. So based on the fact that a lot of employees haven't got paid within 3 or 4 pay periods, so we threw that in there also. And trash, was one of the biggest ones. And Akbaja, 30,000. We said let's throw the rest of the district so they can at least get out to maybe pay a good couple months with propane and get ready for the winter, because we don't know if we're gonna have district monies. So we put those 5 items based on his recommendations. So I'm gonna set the facts straight on those ones. Gotta go. Oh. Hey, now moving on. Thank you, Vice Chair, for your report now. We are now at 4, review and approve of journals. I believe Jackie had those on your desks. So if everyone went through them and you guys are comfortable with making a motion to approve, I'd like to get that at this time. They've been on your desk for review for a couple of days now. Last week, right, Jackie? Since last week? So this time you guys are comfortable with approving these journals. Can I get a motion to adopt journals for April 2008 court session, April 27th special session, and June 7th, 2018 special session? Or recognize Senator Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Make the motion to go ahead and approve the journals for April session.
Do you want to package those? April 28th, April 27th, June? Motion's on the floor to package the approval of the journals for these 3. Can I get a second? No second? Does he need more time to review them or what? One once. One twice. All right, we'll keep these on the agenda until you guys are comfortable with reviewing and moving on with the motion. Can you log that one? Okay. So we'll move on to 5, legislative branch, speaker and secretary of house reports. I had Kenny hand out my speaker's report. It should be on everyone's desk. I'll start off with the speaker's report for July 2018 quarterly session, April 2018, April 27th special session, CLB 1801 budget amendment to include Battlefield Express loan for a total of $411,661. We also had LR 1803, CEO Little confirmation, LR 1804, Education Cabinet Head Herrera confirmation, LR 1805, Natural Resource Department Cabinet Head Tenberg confirmation, Thomas Tenberg, LR 1806, confirmation of Gaming Commission, JR 1801, approving the limited waiver of sovereign immunity Little Battlefield concessions contract, JR 1802, approving limited waiver of sovereign immunity water CIP 40 Mile Headworks improvement project, May 2018, May 7th through 15th, district public hearings, proposed AIC legislation. Everyone had district meetings on that. Rule 20. May 14th, swearing in of big arts under newly elect Garde Boyer. June 2018. June 7th, special session, LR 1807, hire Thor Hoyt as a legislative branch attorney. LR 1808, confirmation of CCR Director Jason Ward. LR 1809, confirmation of Appellate Judge K. Pitt. LR recognizing ratifying Housing Authority Personnel Policy Alcohol Controlled Substance. June 20th, AM presentation. June 21st, office closed for Native Days. June 25th, deadline to submit. Nothing was submitted by the executive branch. June 27th, executive submitted proposed legislation and request for a special session. That was at the LBB one on that one on June 27th. July 23rd, 2018, 4th to 5th, office closed, internet and CLB was Wi-Fi back up. And we got legislative personnel from accounts payable, Rachel Pretty on top. Bills continue to go unpaid. We've been requesting every week our payroll and also our unpaid bills. We've been sending them over every week, and she's been keeping the tabs on that, Rachel. So, also, every Monday, Rachel comes in and we talk about her payroll. She comes in and makes the request. We start from Monday, we go to Tuesday, Wednesday, we make that request every day until it gets to maybe Thursday, Friday sometimes, and last minute, But she comes in and she makes those requests, and I make sure that we get them out there right away. From Administrative Officer Jackie Blacksmith, staff has not been given any phone directory for the executive branch, so they have been fielding a lot of calls from the public, especially regarding elders checks. They are handling the best they can without a lot of information, and since they don't have a phone number for executive, can't refer to anyone for executive. You guys all probably getting hit up with the elderly payments questions. So they call the office every day asking the same thing. From Public Relations, IT, Sherry Chandler, most laptops need updates, some of which are critical. If you have scheduled a day of after session with Sherry to bring your laptops in so she can run the updates. You guys can get your laptops in the Sherry so she can get those updates going. Also a reminder that all the old business legislation can be found on the S drive. Get with Sherry and she can show you how to access the S drive. You guys have any questions on accessing that? Get with Sherry. So a lot of those old business stuff are on S drive. Verizon account is extremely overdue at this time. We are unable to upgrade the ordering anything. We can't. So once a senator gets maybe cracks his phone accidentally, we used to be able to kind of on a good report with Verizon, but at this time we're so far behind we can't even get anything off of insurance or even upgrading. We used to be able to upgrade every year. We can't even do that anymore. So if anything happens, we've been advising that the best case scenario we can do is maybe go to eye doctor in Billings and see what we can do on that end. But you guys take care of your phones, and I know sometimes just accidents do happen. Happened with me a couple times. So, but we are cut off from upgrading and insurance on the phones right now due to our unpaid bill. Also, hand coops the same way. We can't get a hold of hand coop and expect them to do anything. They're in the same line. We haven't paid hand coop for I don't know how long. Our bill is pretty high with hand coop also. So we can't expect to call hand coop and have them do anything. Sherry would like to schedule a day for pictures for senators and websites and biographies. So if you haven't done that, get with Sherry so she can schedule some pictures and get your biographies on our website. Sergeant at Arms Kenny's been busy doing what he does. He's custodian, security, and he's been doing what he can do also. So other than that, that's my report. Oh no, I got one more. I got another, I told you guys this beginning of the year, committee meetings. I got every quarter, we got a report that they want us to start publishing also the activity of committee meetings. This is where a lot of the things happen during the interim of sessions. So I got that, they have that. If you guys don't think you guys, discrepancies on your committee, number of meetings you had, get with Salisa so she can update this. Economic developments, no committee meeting, second quarter, finance. We got May 18th, May 24th, July 3rd, July 6th, July 16th. Health and Human, June 20th. Reinstating Dr. Sanchez, IHS, Infrastructure, May 17th, 22nd, July 3rd. Policy on Drugs and Alcohol, BIA update. Right away, Natural Resource, May 24th, CCRO nominee. July 12th, Transit. Gaming and Travel Businesses Enterprise, no meetings, second quarter. Judicial, April 23rd, BIA, full disclosure. Public hearings, AIC, we went through all the districts on that. So, like I said, if you guys got any discrepancies, just get with Salisa so she can update this committee meetings. We'll start publishing that for the public to be informed also. So this time, as concludes my report as a speaker, I'll turn the floor over to Secretary of the House, Senator D. Crane, for his report. Thank you.
Thank you. I think for my report, I think you read all of my report, basically, except for all the legislations that they brought in. They only brought one in, and that was housing, and they didn't meet the deadline, so I had to reject that. Like I said yesterday to the chairman, that when these legislation, they never bring anything. So what do I do? you know, I need to accept them or reject them. If they don't bring anything in, I got really nothing to report. And then committee member chairs, I have to see more meetings. You know, we need to just move on, get things done in here. We're waiting for executive, but I think we still got a lot on our table to pass. I encourage you guys to have more meetings. Let's move forward on all the stuff that's, you know, on the table right now. So with that, that's about it. Other than all the other ones, and the speaker is right there. So, good, Jude.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Secretary. I got two of them. One, I mentioned the economic development that we have proposed pro-fair. We talked about pro-fair legislation, introducing pro-fair legislation, trying to get it done before this pro-fair, because we've got that deadline. If we don't want to run into it, not having elections again and establishing a board, we need to start looking at a calendar and kind of figuring out if we do need to go get signatures for this, and trying to beat that, actually, the pro-fair date if we're going to establish this law. So that's something to look forward to. Also, that's the same way with the fiscal management new legislation that we plan on introducing. That's going to probably need signatures, and we want to get that done right away. Move forward on that. So that's proposed under just past couple days. If we get copies, we can get with our legal assistant legal here, and she can get some copies for both of those. Other than that, that's all I got on those two. So kind of something to look forward to. Send her over.
Quick note on that Finance Management Act. We're court ordered by Pro-Tribal Court of Appeals, or whatever the right language, to do proposed legislation right here within the branch and work with the executive branch, so that would that circumvent the process of getting signatures. Maybe Leslie can research that a little bit.
Leslie, you wanna get any answer to that, or your mark?
Court ordered for reporting, about the same process petitions.
For the FMA, we still have to follow the law that we have.
So even though we didn't work on the proposed Finance Management Act, that has no, it doesn't have no standing within old business to bring that out. I thought it was already an old business.
It is.
And so if it's already an old business.
We're proposing a new one.
Proposing a new one. Okay. We're not updating the old one.
No.
If we were to update the old one, then would we still get signatures? Would we still need signatures?
Yes.
Okay. But within the court order, it doesn't, we still need signatures no matter what.
Yes.
Thank you. Just moving on. Okay, we're getting to committee chairs reports. We'll start off with go down the road with economic development. Looks like first one on the schedule. Turn the floor over to Senator Harold Lover Stone.
Thank you, Chair, body, for reporting on economic development on April 30th, 2018, on Monday. We had a joint venture with Crow Nation Construction and Flint Crow. So they're one now, and they're going to try to go after construction jobs on the reservation, and then eventually go after the outside the reservation. So that's what happened on that day. So they're official now. They're a subsidiary of Crow Nation in that area. I've been working on the Wyola Youth Program, and that's coming along pretty good. Trying to get a 501c3 and have things done for our youth in Wyola, so there's a safe haven